Hello children, this is Naresh Mathur and today we are going to discuss chapter number 10, circles. First, we'll discuss some terms which we use in this chapter. So let's start. Here are some terms. First is chord. Chord is a line segment joining 2 points on a circle, but a chord divides the circle into 2 unequal parts usually, and the diameter is called the longest chord in the circle. Point of contact, the common point of the tangent and the circle is called a point of contact. Secant, a line which intersects the circle in 2 distinct points is called a secant. And the tangent, a line that intersects the circle, or we can say touches the circle only at only one point, is called a tangent. It is a special case of secant when both the end points of corresponding chord coincides. Here we have a figures. This is non-intersecting line. This one is tangent, which is touching or intersecting the circle at single point, and this one is called as a secant. This point is called as point of contact. This is the common point of the tangent and the circle. Now in this chapter we have two important theorems whose proof are in our syllabus. So first theorem says the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. It means we are given a circle with center O, and xy is given as a tangent which is intersecting or touching the circle at point P, and OP be the radius of the circle. We need to prove that OP is perpendicular to xy. Alright, now see, let Q be any point on the tangent. Now COQ, the length of OQ is greater than OP, as, or we can say OQ is greater than OR, and OR is equals to OP. That's why OQ is greater than OP also. It means OP is the smallest side or the distance between center and the point of contact or the tangent. Alright, now consider another point. Let's say this point is P dash. Alright, now just consider the distance OP dash. It is also greater than the OP. It means OP is the smallest line that connects XY with O. Hence OP is the smallest line, and the smallest distance or smallest line is always perpendicular. That's why we can say OP is perpendicular to XY. Alright, so always consider this concept that the smallest distance is always perpendicular distance. So this was theorem 10.1. Now see theorem 10.2. The length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. It means let's say P be an external point and we are given a circle with center O. QP and PR are given tangents with the same external point P. We need to prove that PR is equals to PQ. Now just join OP. Alright, so we are given a circle, we are given two tangents. We need to prove that PQ equals to PR. In the construction we will join OQ, OR and OP. Alright, now just consider these two triangles as a proof. OQP and ORP. See here, OQ will equals to OR because of radius of the same circle. OP will equals to OP as common side, and OQP angle will equals to ORP because the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact, as we have discussed in theorem 10.1. So by right angle, hypotenuse and sides, right angle, hypotenuse and side, by RHS congruency rule we can see both triangles are congruent. Alright, therefore we can say PQ is equals to PR by CPC. So here we have two theorems, so please go through this theorem and try to practice the proof of this theorem, because these theorems are in our syllabus. Proof of these theorems are our syllabus. Alright, so we can also write by OPQ, this angle will equals to this angle. Alright, and also we can say these angles are also equal. So we can write with OP is the angle bisector of angle QPR also. Alright, now let's start with the exercise 10.1. In the first question we are given how many tangents can a circle have. Obviously a circle can have infinitely many tangents. A tangent to a circle intersected at one point. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called as a secant. A circle can have how many parallel tangents? A circle can have only 2 parallel tangents at most. We'll see this concept in a question. Alright, the common points of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called as point of contact, as we just discussed. Next question, a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center O at point Q such that OQ, this one is O, this one is Q, and OQ is given as 12 and radius is given as 5. So we need to find length of PQ. Now see here, this angle is 90 degrees, then OQ will be the hypotenuse. So we can just find it by root of 12 square minus 5 square. So 144 minus 25. So root 119 is the right answer. Easy. Now the fourth one is just a theoretical question. We need to draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is tangent and the other one is a secant to a circle. Let's say L be the given line and these two lines are parallel. M is working as a tangent and N is working as, or N can be the secant in the given figure. Alright, now moving to the exercise 10.2, we need to give the right answer. From a point Q, the length of the length of the tangent to a circle is 24 cm and the distance of Q from the center is 25 cm. Then the radius of the circle, obviously the hypotenuse square minus we can say perpendicular square base square. So 25 square minus 24 square would be 7 cm. Alright, so the option A is right. In this figure, this angle is 110. We need to find this angle. Alright, now see here, this is the 90 degree angle, this one is also 90 plus 180, 110, and this angle should be 70, so that they can make a pair of 180. So B is the right answer. In the third one, a tangent PA and PB, PA and PB, let's say this point is P, this one is A, and this one is B. Alright, are inclined each other at an angle of 80 degrees, so this angle would be 80. Now the angle of POA, alright, let's say just a second. Alright, so let's say PO is the center, so angle we need to find the POA. Alright, okay, now what should be the angle AOB? Angle AOB. Now see, angle P is given as 80 degrees, then it would be 100 degree, and as we can see, OP is the angle bisector of angle AOB, so that would be half of 100, that would be 50 degrees. So the A is the right answer. Alright, in the next question, we need to prove that the tangents drawn at the end of a diameter of a circle are parallel. I was talking about this question because in this question we can see a circle can have at most two parallel tangents only. Alright, so PQ is the tangent, PQ is the diameter of a circle, and we have drawn AB and CD two tangents at the diameter, and we can see these angles will be of 90 degree. This will also 90 degree, as similarly these angles are also 90 degree. So we can see alternate interior angles are equal. This angle is equal to this angle is equal to this. As we can see alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say AB is parallel to CD. Easy. In the next one, we need to prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. It means we are given PT, let's say, tangent, and the perpendicular on it is passing through the center. We need to prove that. So let's take another point O dash, and we are considering that the perpendicular is passing through this point. So we can write O dash P is perpendicular to PT, and as it is given O is the center of the circle, so we can write OP is perpendicular to PT by theorem 10.1. Now see, O dash P is also perpendicular to PT and OP is also perpendicular to PT. This is possible only when OP and O dash P must coincide. It means O and O dash must represent the same point. It means the perpendicular is passing through the center only. Okay. In the next question, these are the simple, just theoretical questions. In the question number 6, we are given the length of the tangent from a point A at a distance of 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. The length of the tangent is given as 4 cm. We need to find the radius. So obviously we can apply the Pythagoras theorem because it is making a right triangle. So OT will be root of 5 square minus 4 square, that would be 3 cm. Easy. Now in the next one, two concentric circles are of radius 5 cm and 3 cm. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. Now see here, we are given two concentric circles whose radius are 5 and 3. OA is 5 cm, OT is given as 3 cm. Now see, AB is working as a tangent of the smaller circle. Now OT be the radius of the smaller circle. Now we can say OT is perpendicular to AB. Alright. Now the perpendicular from the center to a chord always bisects it. It is a theorem of 9th class. So we can say AT will equals to TB. Now OAT is right triangle. So we can find AT as 4 cm. It's a Pythagoras triplet. So the AB will be twice of AT. It means the chord of the larger circle will be of 8 cm. Alright. Now the next question. A quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Now we need to prove that AB plus CD equals to AD plus BC. Okay. We'll use the theorem 10.2 in this question. In that we just know that the length of the tangents from an external point to a same circle are always equal. It means we can write DS equals to DR. Similarly, AS equals to AP. Similarly, PB equals to BQ and RC equals to CQ. Alright. Now, see in the given condition, or we need to prove that. So we are writing just AB plus CD. Now AB can be written as AP plus PB and CD can be written as CR plus RD. Alright. Now AP is equals to AS, PB equals to BQ, CR equals to CQ and DR equals to DS. Now we are just making pair AS plus DS and BQ plus CQ. AS plus DS is equals to AD, alright, and BQ plus CQ equals to BC. Hence, proved. Good. It's a good question, and but simple also. Alright. Now, in the next question, in the figure, x1 and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents to a circle with center O and another tangent AB with point of contact C intersecting xy at A and x dash y dash at B. Alright, this is A point and this was B and this point is C. We need to prove that angle AOB equals to 90 degree. We need to prove that this angle is 90 degree. This is we need to prove. Alright, what we are going to do? We are just connecting OC. We are joining O and C. Alright, now we have these two angle and these two angle. What we are going to do? We are just going to compare, or we are just going to prove that these two triangles are congruent. How? Let's see. See in the triangle OAP and OAC. OP will equals to OC, radius of the same circle. OA will be the common side, and AP will equals to AC by theorem 10.2, because the AP and AC are the tangent from the exterior point A. So by triple S side criteria, we can write triangle AOP is congruent with triangle AOC. So we can write angle 1 equals to angle 2 by CPCT. Similarly, we can write angle 3 equals to 4. Alright. Now see, angle PAB plus QBA. PAB plus QBA. We are talking about these two angles. These two angles, the sum of these angles would be 180 degree. Why? Because of co-interior angle. So we can write this angle PAB equals to twice of angle 2, and this angle can be written as twice of angle 3. Alright, so the equation now becomes twice of angle 2 plus twice of angle 3 equals to 180. Now divide the whole equation by 2, so we have 2 plus 3 equals to 90 degree. Now see in the previous diagram, if angle 2 plus 3 equals to 90 degree, then angle AOC will also be equals to 90 degree. Reason? Angle sum property. Because these two are 90 degree, then this angle has to be 90 degree. So we have just proved what we need to prove. Clear? In the next one, prove that the angles between the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle is supplementary to the angles obtained by the line segment joining the points of the contact at the center. It's quite easy. We just need to prove that angle AOB plus angle APB equals to 180 degree. Now see here, AOBP is a quadrilateral. The sum of all the four angles must be 360. These two angles are already given as 90 degree by theorem 10.1. So sum of these two angles is 180. Then the remaining these two angles, the sum of these two angles will also be 180. Hence they are supplementary. Easy. In the 11th one, this question is same as question number 8, but we are given ABCD as a parallelogram. So we'll prove till AB plus CD equals to AD plus BC as we did in question number 8. Now we are given ABCD as a parallelogram, so we can write AB plus CD as twice of AB and AD plus BC can be written as twice of AD, as the opposite sides of a parallelogram is always equal. Now divide the whole equation by 2, we can write AB equals to AD. Now in a parallelogram, if adjacent sides are equal, then the parallelogram will be a rhombus. If adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, then we can say the parallelogram is a rhombus. Easy. This one is the most important question of this exercise or this chapter also. We are given a triangle ABC drawn to circumscribe a circle of radius 4 cm. such that the segments BD and CD into which BC is divided by the point of contact D are of length 8 and 6 cm respectively. We need to find the length of AC and length of, alright. Let's see what we are going to do. Now what we are going to do, we are just joining OA, OB, OC, OE and OF. Let the center join with the O, A, F, C, D, B, E. Alright. Now consider this equation. The area of triangle ABC will be equals to area of OAB plus area of OBC plus area of OCA. See here, AOB, here is the triangle. BOC, sorry, here is the triangle, and angle AOC. So the sum of these three angles will equals to the area of the whole triangle. Now we'll find the area of ABC by Heron's formula and the areas of these three triangles by the traditional formula, that is half into base into height. So for finding the area of triangle ABC, first we need to find the S. S would be what? 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6 plus x by 2. So after solving it, we'll get 14 plus x as a semi perimeter. Now put the value in the formula. So we'll get root of 48x into 14 plus x. Now for finding area of OAB, see here, OAB, half into base into height. Base would be what? 8 plus x, and height will be 4, because height is taken perpendicular always, and the OE is the radius, and radius will always perpendicular to the tangent at point of contact. So that we can take 4 as the height for this triangle AOB, BOC and AOC. So after getting the individually areas of these three triangles, we can equate the sum of these three angles, the sum of the areas of these three triangles equals to the whole triangle. Now we can take square both sides. So the 4 square will 16, 14 plus x whole square, and the square root will be cancelled out, so we will get 48x, 14 plus x. Now see, either we can cut the square with the 14 plus x, or we can take common. Both choices are right. Whatever you want, or in whatever step you feel comfortable, you can do that. So after displacing this, we are taking 14 plus x common, and in 48 and 16 we are taking 16 as a common. So in the bracket we'll get 3x, the symbol of minus 14 minus x, because we are opening bracket, so the symbol will be changed. Now 3x minus x will be 2x minus 14. Now we have the value of x as minus 14 and 7. Length can't be negative, so this value will be discarded. So the value of x would be 7 centimeter. Now we can find the length of AB as 8 plus x, 15 centimeter. 6 plus x would be 13. This is a good question, so please practice this sums twice. Alright. Last question of this exercise. We need to prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribe a circle subtend supplementary angles at the center of the circle. It means we need to prove that AOB plus COD equals to 180 degree. So what we are going to do, let's say, see in the triangle AOP and AOS. In these two triangles, AS equals to AP, tangent from the exterior point. OP will be common. OS and equals to OP, radius of the same circle. So again, by triple S criteria, we can write both triangles as congruent. So we can write angle 1 equals to angle 8. Similarly, we can write 2 equals to 3, 4 equals to 5 and 6 equals to 7. Sum of all these angles would be 360, because they are making a complete angle. After making a pair, let's say 1 and 8, we can write twice of angle 1. 2 equals to 3, we can write 2 and 2 plus 3 as a twice of angle 2. Angle 4 plus 5 can be written as twice of angle 5, and 6 plus 7 can be written as twice of angle 6. Now divide the whole equation by 2, or we can take 2 common. So it will be 1 plus 2, 6 plus 5 equals to 180. Angle 1 plus 2 equals to AOB, and 6 plus 5 equals to COB. So we have just proved that angle AOD plus angle BOC equals to 180. So guys, we have completed the chapter number 10 in one go. So I hope you get all the concept of this circle. This is a small chapter, but still it's important, as it is having two different theorems. Alright, so please practice these sums. Alright, and if you find any kind of doubt, then please let me know. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Bye bye.